Hello everyone. Can we play Hard Queen's Ultimate? Let's play Queen's Ultimate, and today let's try if we can solve hard puzzle in under 1 minute. It's a 6 by 6 grid, and let's see if we can solve it under 1 minute. Only two options left here, so we won't get anything here. No two options here. No. Missing something. No, we're just 1 minute. Let's see where. What was the thing that I missed? 1, 2, 3 boxes. 2. Only two options. Let's do it in toggle. 3. Yeah. And this one. Just. Yeah. No. Hmm? What was the thing that I'm missing here? I've solved for red, so here only two options, and white, violet. You know, when we are solving puzzles, we usually, when we come across a problem like this, which is unsolved, we usually go into a fight or flight mode. We'll get tensed. Even if the scenario is very small, very normal, we get tensed and we forget to see the solution. Okay. Here in the bottom three columns, bottom three rows, white, blue, and orange are occupying. So if I can able to solve just one cell here, I think it should solve. No, this is not. I need to see a common. Yeah, I've seen a common cell. Fixed it. Yeah, this one. Can you see? Just I think with this cell we have solved the puzzle. Yeah, because I think we cracked the puzzle. Because here in this column, in this column we have only two options left. So we can't place any neighbors. These two and these two are immediate neighbors. So we can't place it here. So by solving this, now we have only that bottom two rows are occupied by orange and white. So we can't place anything in this blue. So we have solved for blue, green, white. That's it. So if we took time, but I think we solved the puzzle. Let's try it one more time. See, green and white are occupying first two columns. Red and orange are occupying next two columns. We can close this. I think we solved for orange because green and blue are occupying first two rows. So solve for blue, white. We solve for red, and we solved it under 30 seconds. Nice. Let's just try one more time. But the previous problem was really interesting. Can solve this. So this blue cell is a neighbor for these three cells. See? So I can't place anything here. So this is just one line. And anything here? Anything interesting? This seems to be a hard puzzle. This cell will be a neighbor for all the blue columns left. Can you see this one? No, not the blue, violet. These three cells have this cell in common. Also, this column will look for this cell. So I am closing this. So now we have only one option left. So green is confined to just one row, one column. White has only two options left. So as there are only three cells, I can block this one because this cell will be a common neighbor for these three active cells. And let's look at this column has only two options left. Blue has only two cells. Okay, white should come here only, right? So I can close this immediately. So solve for blue, orange. Yes, for violet. Now we are yet to solve for red, green, and okay. Let's look at column wise. Yeah, we have only two options left for green, so I can't place it here. So I solve for white, green, and red. And done. Let's try one more. So when we are continuously solving the puzzles, we will automatically observe patterns. If I should explain, let me explain from the start, okay? Let me clear everything. So when I enter here in this puzzle first time, I would immediately see white and green are occupying the last two columns, so I can immediately close them. And when I close this, now blue and violet are confined to only two columns. Now I can close this immediately. So when I close this, red has only one row, so I can close this row completely. And as these two cells came, I can immediately close the next two cells because these two are immediate neighbors to these two cells. So this was the first input that I have taken. Now these three cells has a common cell, which is this. And now I should start looking for other things. This row has only three options. We are already over 1 minute. Maybe I'm missing something. Let's look at row wise. 1, 2, 3. In the first three columns, so in the first three rows, blue. Oh, sorry, violet is already going till here, right? So I can't use that. Can we try green? Green, violet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 rows. Blue, white. No, I can't eliminate it color wise. Maybe I need to start looking for different patterns rather than the actual patterns that I have already seen. This is a common cell. Yeah, I think this cell is common for all the white cells. So I can find this. Now I can block this one. Um, this green cell blocked, and yes, all for green. Also, this cell will be a common for all the three ones. So we have confined white to a single row. So we solve for green. So we have this in just one row. So this row is occupied. White has two. Now we can eliminate these two because blue and blue and white are taking first two rows, and as these two cells are there, I can close these two cells, this one, white, and I think we have solved the puzzle. We took 4 minutes. Bad. I think they're giving the common same puzzle, isn't it? Blue and green. So with blue and green, I have closed this. I've solved for this. 20 seconds. Nice. See, orange and white. Closing. Blue, closing. Orange and white and blue. I'm closing these two rows, these two cells. For these three cells, I have closed this. Let's go row wise. Now in the first row we have only two options, and this is a common neighbor. I'm closing this. So we are confining white to a single column. So we have only two options. We are closing this. So with this 3 I'm closing this. With this 3 I can close this. This is a neighbor. So we have only see, blue and green are confined to two rows, so I'm closing this. So with this I can close these. With these two open cells I can close these two cells. We have only 3 options left. Yes, you can see orange and red are occupied these two columns, so I'm closing these two. I have solved for green, violet, red. So I think it's about understanding the patterns, looking for patterns, and when we solve them continuously, our mind will be soaked with those pattern recognition, with those patterns. So whenever we start solving a new puzzle, we tend to automatically see those patterns, and that is what will happen to all these masters, grandmasters. When this question asked to Magnus Carlsen in an interview, do you think in all your games? When he says, I almost play most of my moves automatically. He knows what to play because he played so much, and it was subconsciously fed to him, and he played so much, so he knows what move to take. So let's try it once again with our scenario. Let me play one more. When I open the game, I know what to play in the first two moves. Let's see. See, I immediately checked white and red, so I'm closing this. So So for this blue, I am closing this, and for this blue and red, I am closing these three, and for these three, I am closing this. See, that was the first pattern that I've always soaked in my mind immediately. So this immediately helps me to take the first two steps immediately, so I can save a lot of time. So I've just been under 30 seconds, so I have solved a few steps. Now I'll look for the immediate patterns that I need to solve. Now I have to see where else I have to look. I've just marked only few cells. See, I have solved for white. I'll tell you how. See how I solve for white. Now I look for rows and columns with less number of possibilities. Now blue, in this row, in fifth row, we have only two options left. So these two, we have a common neighbor of red, so I have closed red. So we have confined red to one column, so I am closing this column, and I have solved for white. Immediately I have solved for green, and that's it. Here I've shown you that area, right? There we have solved the puzzle. Let's try it one more time. See, we have an obvious cell. This is confined to one row. These two, I'm closing this. It's confined to one row. Now, oh no, sorry, I missed something. I shouldn't add this. Say I made a mistake because I have ignored seeing this. As I thought only there are two green left, so I marked this. But I can mark this closed because this is a common cell for these three. So I'm marking it closed. Now orange is in one column, I'm closing this, so I have solved for white, red, and violet and green occupying two rows. I'm closing this. Now this. Oh yes, done. Let's try one more. Immediately closing the row, closing the two columns, closing this, closing this. We have only one option left in first row, and these three, this is the neighbor. So to these two, for these two, we can't go anything in this. For these two left, this is a common for these three, and for only two options. I'm looking column wise because the pattern looks like that, but I need to switch to rows, I hope. What am I missing here? I'm already over 1 minute. Maybe I have to look for common colors for rows and columns. First row is done. Let's see. Let's look at the next three rows. 1, 2, 3. No. This is already occupying 3. This is occupying 2. This is occupying the fourth one, so I can't go like that. No, that won't be possible. So this is a common one. Yeah, I think. Oh no. This is not a common one. Some hard puzzles are really hard, right? these two columns are occupied, this column is occupied, occupied, occupied. Let's go row wise. These three and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, during my school days, when we are writing exam and we are so tensed when we are not getting answers, you know, my social sir used to say, calm down, you'll get the answer. Maybe you write another answer, you will get one more answer, he will say. But I can't switch the puzzle here. Let me. Can we have any other common neighbors? Why have closed this? For these two rows, I have closed this. I need to look for another common neighbor. This one is this. This side will have a common neighbor, but we don't have another. Yes. Now we need to crack this. In this row, we have three options. If I guess this, let's try it in one way. Like, if let me plot a temporary ones. If a queen comes here, because there are only two options. If a queen comes here, this row will be gone. So we have only two options. So this will be gone, and here we will get a queen. And with this here we will get a queen, and with this here we will get a queen. If it comes here, it shouldn't. And will we? Okay, I think it's working. Let me visualize like that. Queen here. These two only option. So no options here. Queen here. One queen. Second queen. So queen here, obviously queen here, and queen will be here. I think we have solved it, but I'm assuming I have to keep a queen here. So I can go by assumption, but is there any other way I need to check? I have solved it by assumption, by placing queen here. It's not. Because I'm trying to look at the rows. Here we have 3, and by that 3, okay, now let me try to take the hint. Okay, so let's see if the algorithm is suggesting anything else. So they're telling the gray, blue and purple regions are entirely within the row 4, 5 and 6. Gray, blue and purple. Okay, my bad. I have forgot. I haven't noticed it. See, last 3 rows are already occupied by. So they are used our strategy only. So these 3 are occupied by gray, purple and so this is gray. I'm calling it white. Okay, so we won't get here. So with these two, I think it won't help. No, for these two, yeah, I think no, it's not helping. Oh, okay, we have two options left in this row. So I haven't gone for these choice because as in this row we have three options left, so I can't have a common neighbor to eliminate. So but if we cross this, we have only two options and I can eliminate this cell. So I have only one option left for green. That is what I have assumed earlier. And now red, violet, and we have solved the puzzle. Ha. So we have solved it, and maybe we'll meet you in the next one. But before that, I have a question for you. You know about the 7 habits of highly effective people, right? So, do you think solving problems will add to those habits? You know, um, what are the 7 habits? Being proactive, thinking with the end in mind, having a clear goal, thinking with the end in mind, putting first things first, thinking win-win, and then seek first to understand than to be understood. Synergize, I like this word synergize a lot, and sharpening the saw. So we have these 7 skills are the effective skills of the highly effective people. So I have thought today, will problem solving adds to these 7 habits? I've thought about that. So I think yes, it adds to few of those habits a lot. Being proactive. Um, let's see what ChatGPT gives us. So when we solve problems a lot, we'll take responsibility to take bring the solution. So by being proactive, we need to be responsible to be proactive. So that was one thing. We need to be responsible. Otherwise, we can't be proactive, right? Tomorrow something needs to be done, and today you need to plan for that. So you need to be responsible, and then being with the end in mind. When we start solving a puzzle, we know the ending. We need to solve it. We need to finish the puzzle. So we know what's the end goal. So being and also solving puzzles will improve our reasoning and also improve our clarity of thought. So it improves our vision. It improves our thinking. So it adds and it boosts the quality of beginning with the end in mind. So even when I'm starting this puzzle series on YouTube, I have some end goal. I have some thought to what it needs to be done, what needs to be delivered, and what I need to refine on the go. I have some end goal. Um, so so having thought to be what we call that, beginning with the end in mind, yes, it adds value. Putting first things first, so it also adds to prioritization, and without taking random actions, we'll take strategic actions and prioritizing in strategic actions. And do we do the same in puzzles? I think yes. So when we take our puzzle itself, uh, we are doing it. We are taking structured steps and we are doing it. And thinking win-win, maybe I don't think it will add something, but here it gave collaboration. Group puzzles teach cooperation instead of competition. Interesting approach. Seeking first to understand than to be understood. So it improves when we are solving puzzles, it improves our deep thinking and observation skills. So we need to observe before we even need to talk, right? So, and synergize is like, Steve Jobs used to give this example of the Beatles music band, the grouped effort will be greater than some of the individual efforts. So So that was synergize. So when we are collaborating with people and when we are giving continuous grouped effort, the output will be way higher. But we'll maybe if we are solving problems, we can able to better collaborate with a group of people. That can be done. I don't know if it directly adds to synergy. Synergy. Sharpening the saw, we will look to, when if I am taking a challenge to solve problems daily, I am looking to sharpen my brain. I mean, even I am looking to publish and explore and narrate what are all the better games and better methods to here. So when I'm doing it daily, I'm sharpening my brain. I'm sharpening my narrative skills. I'm sharpening my creative skills. So it is about continuous improvement. So even if you solve a puzzle today, if you take 4 minutes, and if you solve it daily, within 1 week you might get improvement. You will definitely get improvement. So it's about solving problems daily to get continuous improvement, and that is the core philosophy of the life itself. So continuous improvement is the core philosophy. So in simple words, what it put to us is, by solving puzzles, you train your brain. So you train your brain, you improve discipline, clarity, patience. I will definitely add to patience, creativity, and responsibility. So I think these 5 qualities are adding to the 7 habits of highly effective people. So what I would say, please solve puzzles, and we'll meet you in the next one. Thank you.